want to change somebody's life? Well, let me explain to you how. But first, let me tell you how somebody changed my life. I had a rough go as a kid. I was the youngest of 4 kids. My next closest sibling was 10 years older than me, which means nobody really understood what I was going through, and I certainly had no ability to understand what they were going through. And I had a home life that was full of yelling and arguing and general chaos. My favorite time was to be alone in my room, playing with my Star Wars figures, trying to block out the world, allowing my imagination to just take over. I still remember to this day the satisfaction I would have in coming up with these really crazy scenarios for Luke and Han and Chewie to explore. It was my solace. But then you outgrow those things. You go into school, and I, as a teenager, probably could have done a better job trying to make friends. But I was alone. I was isolated. I was contemplating suicide at one point. I was really, really convinced that I had been put on this earth by mistake. Until a man by the name of Mr. Stevenson, J. Stevenson, one of the best teachers I ever had. Now, was he the greatest teacher academically? I have no idea, because I very rarely paid attention to any of that, which, much to his chagrin, was probably not cool. But what I paid attention to was a guy who showed up every day 100% committed to pour his heart into the kids that he taught. And I can tell you, he saw something in me that I did not see in myself. And he would not let me give up. He pushed me. He nudged me in a direction to explore skill sets that were uncomfortable and I struggled with. But he knew I could do it. And even though he may not have exactly said these phrases, they changed my life forever. I see you. I believe in you. And I know you can do it. I think about these 3 phrases and how it ties back to the work that I like to do with people like you. People that have come to me that say, I'm really frustrated with my career path. I'm really frustrated with my stagnant growth on my company. I'm not sure how to be a good or effective leader. Or I'm just trying to figure out how to get out of bed every single day and have some desire to do something. And all my relationships are negatively affected by this poor attitude. I love the opportunity to take someone literally by the hand and say, I see you, I believe in you, and I know you can do it. I know how empowering those statements are. But this is not some coaching Jedi mind trick. This is legitimately coming from here because I see another person on the other side, because I have been the other person on the other side. I have been the person that struggles. I am the person that struggles with self-doubt and all sorts of crazy voices in my head that tell me I can't and I'm not going to be successful. And then I go all the way back to what Mr. Stevenson would tell me. You will not allow yourself to give up, because I won't allow you to give up. You are not going to take the easy road. You're going to take the hard road, and you're going to learn those lessons. Yes, you're going to take some lumps along the way. Yes, you're going to really feel pain from time to time, but you'll grow because of it. You'll be better because of it, and you are going to do amazing things because of it. So as I think about those situations as an adult, when I feel down, I feel a little bit depressed, I feel like I am overwhelmed and I can't do anything, I think of Mr. Stevenson. To this day, 35 plus years later, that man is continuing to teach me. That man is the guy that pours the kerosene on the tiny flame that makes me want to be the entrepreneur that I am, to be the contributor and the rippler that you see me or know me as. He is the one that I hear, I channel through almost every conversation when I'm talking to somebody else who is struggling, who doesn't see it, doesn't believe in themselves, feels like the world has given up on them. I feel like I am empowered because I can put on the Mr. Stevenson cape and I can say, I see you, I believe in you, and I know you can do it. Now let's figure it out and make it work. So if you think about the power that those 3 phrases have, whether you are in a situation where you may struggle, or you're around somebody who may struggle, or you're just around someone who may not even know that you from Adam, but just needs a little bit of encouragement, a positive little moment glimpse into the fact that another human being sees them. That is the most powerful thing that you could do for another human being. And believe it or not, when you do it and you cast that ripple and you create those ripples that go out, those ripples come back to you in ways you can't imagine. I'm not going to say that I am awesome every single day. I am not going to lie to you and say I stay motivated and committed and I am a shining example of super success, because I am not. But I do know one thing. I'm still here. I'm still committed to living a life with purpose. I'm still committed to making a difference in the world. I owe that to my teacher, my master, my guru, who somehow, some way, magically saw something in Steve Harper that Steve Harper didn't even see in himself. And still, from time to time, struggles to see. But all I have to do is revisit those times in my mind. I need to sit still. I get quiet. And I think back to what Mr. Stevenson would say about what I'm thinking, or I'm about to do, or I'm not doing, or I'm procrastinating, or I'm being a not so kind person to the people out there in the world. And he would say, no, I see you, I believe in you, and I know you can do it. I know you can do it better, Steve Harper. Just like I would say to you, I know you can do it better, because I see you and I believe in you. I don't know if this is helpful in any way to any of you out there, but my God, it's sure great to know that somewhere out there on this planet is somebody, one person, who believes in me and who will always be right here and gives me the nudge I need in the positive direction, even when I am faced with so much negativity and self-doubt, frustration, or failure. There is always a positive nudge forward. So if you want to change somebody's life, learn those 3 phrases. Don't just learn them. Live them, use them, and be them. Go out there and make a difference in the world, make a difference in someone's life, and you will make a difference in your own life. And as always, ripple on.